Alright guys, so today we are showing off the Yamu and Spopovich card. Now for a free-to-play unit, this card is actually insanely good. At least I think so. Maybe like, they're not going to be as good as I think they will be, but I'm just going to break them down now. If you know what they do, feel free to skip forward in the video a little bit. If you're rocking with me, let's go. So, their leader skill, they have the World Tournament category, 3 key and 50% stats, which is actually like, decent because remember the event where you farm them? The World Tournament category is the category that gets the special buff, and their leader skill is like right up there with the best leader skills, because like the best one is Jackie Chun, but I mean like no one's running Jackie Chun, so this leader skill is actually not bad. And then on super attack they cause supreme damage to enemy, and they recover 7% HP, which is also very good. Then they're passive. They get attack and defense plus 70% at the start of turn, and then they get an additional 2 key and an additional 20% attack with each super attack performed, and then they get an additional 20% defense with each attack received, up to 140%. So that's why I did give them a level 20 additional, just because that way I have at least a decent chance every single turn of them, instead of just raising their attack by 20%, raising it by 48% per turn. Then links, they have Brutal Beatdown, Evil Autocrats, which I didn't know was a link, Demon Duo, Berserker, Tough as Nails, Coward, and Shattering the Limit. Links are pretty bad on them, but their passive makes up for it. Categories are also very, very bad. They have World Tournament, Majin Buu Saga, Terrifying Conquerors, and Joint Forces. I don't have Cooler, so Terrifying Conquerors is not a category I can run. I can run Buu Saga, so that's what we're doing here. Now, one thing I did just notice, actually, is these two would probably work very, very well alongside the Physical Dabura. And I have pulled the Physical Dabura, I just haven't awakened him yet, so he's not actually on this team. What are you going to do? So there they got more defense. I didn't show you their defense. Their defense was at 47k, though. I did check before the turn. But see, like, on this turn, they've gotten additional attack, additional defense, and they've healed us. So, like, they're overall very decent units, especially, I would think, for events kind of like this. I don't know how high their defense is going to get, though. Because, so they get 70% at the start of turn, and then they get the additional 140% once everything is, like, done. But because of, like, they're calced in different parts of, like, the turn, it's actually probably like closer to 300% attack and defense that they're getting. But they do still have free-to-play stats, so that is one thing to keep in mind. Here I'm going to float off Physical Kid Buu, because Physical Kid Buu will activate at least some links, as well as the fact that he'll be giving them the 50% support. For them, it's... So, like, I'm only going to be showing them off on this team, right? But that's not, like, the worst thing ever, because every single turn we see them, their attack stat is going to be going up. So, like, once their attack is fully built up, I think I will be like trying to get a rotation of them with like double support, with no support, with only one support type unit, stuff like that. Buuhan at 2.1. I haven't used Buuhan in a long time. Buuhan is one of the easy A units where it's like I used him when he first came out, and then I haven't really used him since. Okay, and then here we can only, no matter where we put them, they can only take one attack. What's their defense at here? That's alright. So their defense went up about 20k. When they got hit one time, which is actually a lot of defense. So I'm pretty excited about that. 789,000. Can we get an additional super, please? Additional super. No, not even an additional normal. Okay. With level 20 additional, most turns you're going to get either an additional super or an additional normal. Well, actually, the percentage-wise, that's not the case, but that's what it feels like. Because you have a 40% chance of just doing an additional period. But then you have, like, a really high chance, well, not a really high chance, it's just you have a 50-50 chance when you get an additional if it's going to be a super or a normal. And for them, if they get an additional normal, it really doesn't help them at all. It doesn't build up their passive at all, is what I meant by that. But I mean, it's never bad to get an additional. Okay, so here their defense, obviously here they do have a lot of defensive support as well, but ooh, we can actually have them take a lot of attacks here, so this is going to be good. They're going to build up a lot of defense. Okay, they've done like 2 supers so far, I think. Alright, they're already taking double digits. They're to 1.24 million. Can we get an additional super? I want to see how much their attack stat goes up per super. Additional. No, we're getting very unlucky with additionals. That is okay, though. Like, just so far, I am actually pretty impressed with them. Just how they're performing so far. And remember, every single time they super, they do recover HP as well as raising their attack. That's why I figured additionals was probably the way to go with them. Especially considering, like, for most of the fight, they're not going to be doing insane damage. Like, sure, once they build up their full attack passive, they're going to be doing decent damage, but not so much to where it's like a crit could, like, save your life or something, you know? I would really hope that we don't end up, you know, taking too much damage here so Physical Kid Buu doesn't get his full passive. But I think we could. If we had a double super with this Goku, we definitely aren't, because he does greatly raise defense on the super attack. Okay, we didn't. Double digits, no super this turn. That's great. Alright, so let's check their defense here. 122k, yeah, and that's also, remember, they lost 30% defensive support from the Tech Vegito, so that's actually really good. Alright, so here their attack stat is 1.22 million as well. Can we get an additional super? Please. I gave you level 20 additional. Nope, no additional. Okay, fantastic. Their defense is going to be really good by the end of this, by the way. And remember, on this team, they are just getting 130% attack, so their attack stat could be significantly higher if you're running them on, like, STR Cooler's team. But on this team, I think their defense would be a little bit better than it would be on Cooler's team. Actually, no, because Cooler gives 170% attack and defense, and he only lowers your HP, so what I just said was actually false. Whatever, sometimes I just spout words out of my mouth, and I figure out later, oh, what I just said was just straight up wrong. I didn't really think about rotations when I made this team, by the way. I think you can probably tell that by the way that I've had Physical Super Vegito and Int Buuhan on a rotation together for like a while now, and there's really no reason for me to do that. They don't share like any links at all. It's just, I like Buuhan healing us every turn. Okay, 900,000. I really don't like Physical Super Vegito. Like, out of Dokkan Fest exclusive units, Physical Super Vegito is on like my bottom tier. Like, not as far as how good he is, but as far as how much I like him, is what I mean. 134,000. How close are we to maxing out their defense? I've been counting the amount of hits they've gotten. I think they need to get hit 7 times to max out their defense. So, okay, not yet. Okay, now it's maxed out. So their defense could get just like a little higher than it was last turn. 1.36. Do they have big bad bosses? I know I read you their links, right? I wasn't paying it. 1.5. Okay. I was not paying attention about their links at all. Like, when I read them, I'm just reading them, and I hope that you understand them, because I don't pay attention. 172k. They do have type disadvantage here, though. But that was with them with their max defense. I don't know. We'll see how that looks. And it also looks like they don't have big bad bosses, because our HP, yeah, was definitely low enough there, and they didn't activate it with Physical Kid Buu. Alright, so next turn I'm going to float off Tech Vegito, and then I want to get a double support rotation. Now, okay, wait, did I float him off last time? I must have. Alright, so here I'm actually going to heal, and I'm going to use a King Yamu, because next turn is going to be their best turn. And after next turn, I do just want to get a few looks at him, like, with no support, and I'm pretty sure that's, like, it. Just no support and double support now that they are fully built up on both their attack and defense. Probably. They're probably fully built up on their attack. I'm actually not sure about that. They actually might not be, now that I'm thinking about it, because they didn't get a single additional super. But next rotation is still going to be the best attack we get from them, just because I don't want to keep going for too long. But these two are definitely, like, well, I said 2 because there's 2 of them in the card, but it's 1 unit. This unit is definitely really, really good, especially for, like, I don't know, I almost said more difficult content, but I would say longer form content is what they're kind of made for, just so that way they can fully build up their attack and their defense and stuff. Alright, so here, their defense is at 166,000. That is definitely not bad at all. We're just going to put them in the front slot there. Now, just a complete, like, being honest here, I'm not sure if their attack is fully built up. They might be able to get a little bit higher, but it's not going to be too much higher than this. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, got them all. And what's their attack stat at here? 1.86 million. So if their attack was not fully built up here, they might be able to get at like 2-ish million. Actually, they definitely would if I would have brought Physical Deborah, because I think Deborah would have activated more links than... Oh, we didn't get a single additional super with level 20 additional, by the way. That's very upsetting. But also, if I would have brought Physical Deborah, you probably would have activated more links. But, I mean, I don't know when this video is going out, but I recorded this video like 10 hours after the unit came out. So I actually have yet to awaken my Physical Deborah. So like I couldn't really use him on this team even if I wanted to. Alright, so now the only rotation we want to get is them with no support, but fully built up. just to see like them at their highest at high and them at their lowest when they're like at their max passive and stuff. Either way, their defense, even with no support, I think it's going to be at least decent. Just because of how like the defensive stat, like from the start of turn and from like when they get hit, it activates differently. So I think their defense, even with no one else on rotation, is going to be over 100k. I'm pretty sure. Okay, physical Super Vegito. Can we finish this guy off? No, we can't. Yes, we can. Good job, Buhan. Okay. Do I have Buhan rainbowed? I feel like I should know that. Hold up, I actually want to check that, and we can do that while we check defense. Alright, defense here, 146k. Buhan is not rainbowed. Buhan needs one more dupe. Okay. I need to remember to float off Kid Buu here. So, actually, next time, they're going to have no support, and they're going to have, like, no links active. So, their attack should go down, like, a lot. But just one last look here with physical Kid Buu, just to see if they were done building. Last time we saw him alone with physical Kid Buu. Oh, gosh, that hurt. 1.7. So, last time they were alone with physical Kid Buu, at the bare minimum, they were not fully built up. Because last time, when we only had Kid Buu, they were at 1.5. So it does take them a little bit to build up, and they never really hit insanely hard, but the fact that they like stack their attack, stack their defense, they heal. At least for a free-to-play unit, they are very solid. And next time we see them is when we're actually going to end the video, I think. One thing I also can't wait for, I'm pretty sure this comes out on like the 14th? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the STR Majin Vegeta and the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Goku get easy A's. Did we just die? No, maybe. Maybe we just died. Hold up. It depends on how much Tech Vegito takes, because he has type advantage here, but also we don't have much HP left here. Uh-oh. Come on, I just want to get one more rotation with Spopovich and Yamu. Don't make me die, please. Okay, we're fine. Because there's no way Tech Vegito is going to take 100k from a normal where he has type advantage. That's not possible. Even, like, with how bad his defense is. Also, Tech Vegito should be getting an easy A relatively soon. So I am kind of looking forward to that. Okay, so actually they might get some links active here. Nope, no links active with Buhan. Okay, that's cool. So here their defense is at 113k. With no support is decent. I'm going to heal up just to make sure we can see their last attack stat that I want to see here. So with no support and no links active, but they're full passive, what are they at? Okay, they're taking double digits, just like I thought. And then 1.34 million with no links active and no support for a free-to-play unit is actually insanely good. And they are still healing and stuff, so they're definitely a good unit. I think I would definitely recommend rainbowing them more so than the Int Gohan. Well, Int Gohan Great Saiyaman that I showed off yesterday. I just think they're a lot better. The only thing is they're a lot more limited. They're on significantly fewer teams. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I think Gohan has one more team, but Gohan's teams actually have leaders, you know, like, if you look at their teams, they're on Joined Forces, which doesn't have an actual leader, they're on World Tournament, which doesn't have an actual leader, they're on Terrifying Conquerors, which only has STR Cooler, who on Global has only been out one time, and then Majin Buu Saga, who only has 130% lead. So, the main problem with this unit is their teams. The main problem with Gohan is just, like, on paper he looks like he'd be good, but he's kind of underwhelming. These guys are really good. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider to leave a like, a comment, subscribing to the channel. My name has been Blah, and I will see you guys next time.